Okay, so continuing here with the detailing. Trying to make the fibers following the same pattern that we did into that other part of the gastrocnemius. And as I said, the gastrocnemius are just one muscle, but we separated in two subtools. um, I don't know, because actually we're gonna have two tendons on the top like that, so I do prefer to make it separated than doing a Dynamesh and once again, you know, recalculating some zero mesher just for blending and merging all together. Here I'm finishing that part that is tendon, not muscles. And now let's paint and do the same we did. Note the form, how I'm painting the tendons are creating this corner, you know, round corner into the bottom. So we should pay attention on it, because this will be exactly the way that it's gonna look on the surface. Right, so here we made the Achilles tendon. Good. Now let's do the same with all the other muscles. Actually, this part here of the gastrocnemius is missing some details, so let's continue over there. I think we're gonna need one more subdivision. Yeah, too much high polygons, but too much poly count, but that's necessary. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. So now let's do the same for Soleus. Let's paint this already with that tendon color. Actually, here will not be the tendon yet. The tendon of Soleus will be more like this way, as you can check in the reference. Trying to have that muscle fibers direction. I won't subdivide it one more time because we're gonna end with too much polygons on it, so I do prefer to leave it like that, even that's more pronounced the subdivisions, the low res, but that's okay. It's just for visualization, I think, so I'm not really sure if the fibers will be in this direction. I think they will be more like this, going for the top. So I was doing the wrong uh, the wrong axis. Yeah, like this. I think it's more right on its place and into the right direction. Once again, I will detail just what it appears on the écorché, because if not, we're gonna lose too much time on it, and you know, as it's a course recording, if I lose too much time on this step, I think it will be too much boring. So after I decide I can detail more this model, and yeah, so it is. That's nice. So here we can clearly see the soleus going under the gastrocnemius. Once again, just like the brachialis muscle on the arms, you know. Let's detail the tibialis anterior. Tibialis anterior. It's gonna have normal direction fibers going from its origin point to the insertion point on the feet. And one thing that is important is to always think on the origin and insertion points of the muscles. We are doing this course, you know, doing all this crochet exercise just to you guys to memorize those insertion points. And when you think the biomechanics on posing a character, you're gonna really think exactly on this origin and insertion points for the muscles, because once you think like that, you will easily be able to think which muscle gonna be on pump when you contract something, when you are doing specific pose, you know. So this is important to is a nice way to memorize all these origins and insertion points. But you know, it's not the only way. Obviously, you can learn that from um, just paying attention on the shapes or everything. But for me, this is what really make me give a tremendous jump in my career when I did this kind of exercise. I started to make this crochet and really understanding where are the origins and insertions for each muscle. So I do really recommend you guys to do this kind of study, because it's just once. You do one time in your life and you will learn forever. Never forget, I think. So it's really awesome. I really recommend you. And it's also because of this that I'm uh, staying too much time, you know, into this exercise, because I do really believe that is an awesome game changing exercise, you know. So here for peroneus longus and brevis, I think we're gonna need to make that drawing for the tendons, just like that, into the middle. And let's do the same for peroneus brevis. Tendons, and then it runs over the top into this configuration. Once again, all the fibers are going to the middle part. And also, you know, when you guys memorize the origins and insertion points, you're gonna understand that the way that the skin and the surface will act. You know, when you know the origin insertion, you know that the general volume will not have any too much bumps on the origin insertion direction. It will be more regular, and so on the surface, this kind of study helps a lot to read the reference and really understand what is happening on that you are seeing, that you are looking for and using as a reference, and trying to replicate on your model, right? So we're gonna actually repeat this, but on the uh, flesh and skin version, and you will realize that how much this study helps a lot to understand the forms on the surface. And once you study anatomy, you can do anything, I think, you know, because for me this is the most difficult part in creating a realistic character, and also for studying when you are a cartoonish character artist. Studying anatomy is always so necessary as if you are a realistic character artist, because you know, the cartoonish art is just the same, but they are a synthesis of the realism of the nature, and always the nature, the real one, will be uh, the best reference for stylizing your character, and you know, deciding which information you're gonna want to show in your character, and which one do you think are not necessary, that uh, you can hide it, or you know, not show at all at your character. But you have to be to have a structure for make this synthesis, you know. Because of this, the anatomy study is so important to all the areas in the industry when it comes to characterized artists. So I really recommend this kind of study and this kind of exercise, because once you do one time, you'll never forget, just as I said. Nice. So peroneus longus, peroneus brevis. Let me continue this detail over this region. That's awesome. And then the extensor digitorum, and finally we are done. Oh, what is this? Okay, this is just a tendon, so it doesn't have to be like that. It's just the tendon. I think it's the tendon of the biceps femoris we did. So yeah, let's just finish with the extensor digitorum fibers, and then we are done. Then we can go over the flesh and skin version, and after pausing we're gonna take a look on the legs, the whole legs, the upper leg and lower leg, and then take a look on the feet. We need to think on the feet, on the flesh and skin version. Once we have understood we have understand a blocking for the bones, then we can go over the flesh and skin version. That will be the most important part for us. Alright, so now just detail a little bit more the origin, and I think we are done. Let's just paint it, the tendons and the origin. So yeah, we made it. Let's check if all turned on, and there it is. That's our écorché. Maybe we could add some details over those muscles that we didn't. I did it just to kind of illustrate, but not with those details that we did. And let's do the same for this one. The temporalis, you know, we didn't detail on every muscle right there on the face, but we got the general looking of everything. I really wanted to make everything perfectly, but it would be too much hours on details, and it really would be so boring to watch on a course. So I had to don't talk about many things in order to make it not so boring. But I hope you guys understand, because there are some people that really love to do and understand and study this anatomy, but there are many people that want just the necessary. So just to make the best thing for everyone, I try to detail just the necessary. Okay, so yeah, I think we are done here with the overall looking of the écorché, and hope you guys have liked it. And now let's go for the flesh and skin version. Good.